Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome to my network TV channel, Miss Christine Speaks. How are you all doing today? For the ones who's watching live, please get grant permission from StreamYard to place comments in order for us to see your comments. Again, this is the Christine Speaks Blessed on Purpose Network TV channel, and we are here today with a special guest. So get ready for your soul to be just blessed, because she has a lot to say to us, and has a lot to offer us. So please, please prepare yourself for Miss Chiquita. I'm sorry, Chiquita. I'm sorry about that, Chiquita. Okay, so she know I always get her name wrong. So anyway, I'm Christine Speaks. This is my network TV channel. I am also a certified transformation coach and mentor, as well as a consultant. And also, I am an author of two books, which I have a book that's getting ready to be it's already published, getting ready to come out like as we speak. So the first book is the 30 Doses of Daily Motivation that I've written last year, and this year, the end of last year, I've written Divorces for Mothers of Black Sons. So that book is about to be published as well. So, and you can find both of those books on Amazon or either at my website, which is flashing across the screen at the bottom. So anyway, and also I offer one-on-one sessions as well as group sessions with my coaching business, Miss Christine Speaks. Again, we are here to welcome my special guest, which is Chiquita. I'm gonna get her name right. Chiquita. Say it this time. Help me out, Chiquita.
Chiquita.
Chiquita Darnell.
That's
I'm
it.
sorry,
Chiquita Darnell.
Chiquita Darnell Proctor. Yes, okay. I told you I was gonna get it right. Okay. So anyway, let's go ahead and welcome to Chiquita Donnell Proctor to the stand and let her just bless your soul. So I'm gonna let her first. Hold on. Let me read her bio. I'm gonna read her bio. Chiquita Donnell is a black chick
Mogul.
mogul of digital product creation, an international coach, speaker, instructor, and the creator of multiple business courses and programs that connect women CEOs to the rivers of wealth on the inside of them. She is passionate about helping kingdom minded entrepreneur women monetize their brilliant skill sets and experiences through the creation, marketing, and selling of digital products. She systematically and prophetically walks them through her unique step by step process to help them build businesses that are authentic to them in alignment with their God purpose and products and produces the profits that allows them to impact the world. It is her honor to help her clients transition from struggling entrepreneurs to profitable CEOs. So that's who we have as a guest today. So let's welcome Miss Chiquita Donnell Proctor to the stand.
What's up, everybody? Thank you, Miss Christine, for having me on your show. I greatly appreciate being able to speak to your audience today. So, hey, out there in virtual land, welcome, welcome, welcome to the Miss Christine show. Okay, so I know y'all know she's already dope. So I'm super excited to be connected to her today. Like she said, I'm very passionate about helping kingdom-minded entrepreneurial women build wealth through business and entrepreneurship. Why? Because as an apostolic prophet of the church, I see all the time broke Christians, right? And that is not the way of the kingdom. That is not the way that the Lord has designed us to operate. We are joint heirs of the entire earth. And so we should have access to be able to do things that we are called to do in our purpose and according to the mandate that has been placed on each and every one of our lives. Why am I passionate about helping women specifically? Because all throughout history and time, women have been relegated to subservient roles and not allowed by societal rules to rule as joint heirs like they should. And so I teach women how to create their own tables so that they can step into their place and do what they're called to do in the earth. So you don't need anyone's permission. You have been granted permission by the Creator to do what He has assigned you to do. So go ahead and do the doggone thing, right? Miss Christine, you muted.
Okay, there you go. Y'all know it's been a long day. It's raining outside. I've just been moving slow all day. I've taken on another task, and it's kind of like got me like here and there. So please, please, please forgive any hiccups that you see today because we're still here no matter what. Because I could not do this with Chiquita, because she means a lot, and she's so professional and she's so gifted and talented. I could not do this interview with her today. So I want you to forgive. Like I said, just don't even look at the hiccups that we're having that I'm having today. So just bless us and pray for us that this interview goes well, and that's all we're worried about. As long as the internet don't go out, we'll be fine. Okay. So anyway, I have a question for Miss Chiquita. My first question for you is, what made you start your entrepreneurial journey? Okay, what I really want to know is, who was Chiquita then? Who is she now? And who is she going to be in the future? That's really what I would like to know.
Got you. Jaquita of the
Okay.
past was a confident on the outside, low self-esteem, dealing with depression on the inside, leader who had all the responsibilities of the family, of leadership roles in the church, of friends, of people that you were mentoring, all of that. I was and still am the go-to vault for people to come and drop off their issues and concerns and receive inspiration and instruction and direction. But the me of the past did not have an oasis, and I was not properly allowing myself to be poured back into so that I was full and whole and complete. I struggled with abandonment and rejection issues because I didn't grow up with a father. And so, because of all that combination of stuff, I overcompensated with relationships by trying to be the do all, be all friend, family member, leader, because I was really just craving and searching for love myself. And so it came to a point where I began to transition, and I was really stepping into the prophetic call on my life. And the Lord was speaking very clearly and was telling me that we were transitioning from Virginia to Texas. Now, in that moment, or in that span of time, still, building my confidence. Okay, Lord, I hear you saying that, but the leaders, I went to the leadership and I told them, hey, this is what I hear the Lord saying. And they was like, no, I don't hear God saying that at all. So I don't know if you ever had the situation to where you have elders around you who operate in a particular skill set, knowledge base, or whatever, and you're new, and you know what you know, but then they tell you, no, that's not right, or that's not what it is, or whatever. And so there's this conflict that was created, but I knew that I could not stay and live how I was living at that moment. I was in corporate America, on the outside looking in. Everyone thought, I had a great job working for one of the top financial houses in the world. Like I said, I was a leader over all of these different ministries and organizations and all these different things that were going on the outside, but on the inside, I felt like I was suffocating and nobody around me could see me slowly dying. And so I really began to call out to the Lord. I'm like, I cannot continue to do this. I know you created me for so much more than what I'm currently existing at, because I wasn't living. I was just existing in those different dynamics and trying to fit myself into the different boxes that other people had created for me. And so I had to really learn to trust the voice of God and trust the relationship that I had with him, and began to move forward in that process. And so fast forward a year from then, we did pick up with a family of 6 and we moved from Virginia to Texas. We literally had $6,000 in the bank. So that's about $1,000 for each one of the family members. But the Lord provided. Like, we moved into an affluent neighborhood. We stayed in a 3-story condo right off the golf course. Like, the Lord really provided through all of that, and really let us know through the experiences that we went through that he was there and that we had made the right decision. And so Of course, that was still a growth process because everything did not go just hunky dory. It was not always great days. It was a lot of tears and sweat and equity and growth that went into the 5 years of when we first got here until the present day time. And so now, I'm really beginning to realize the vision that he showed me when I first moved here. And so I had a dream one day, Miss Christine, and well, that wasn't a dream, it was a vision because I was awake. And he showed me a version of myself. And so on one side of the mirror was myself in that current state. And on the other side of the mirror was like this Zulu warrior, confident princess queen. And I'm looking at this unfold, and you would think you would be like overjoyed, like one day I'm gonna be somebody for real, right? No, I was depressed. I saw that image and that made me sad because I was so raggedy. I felt so raggedy, felt so like I don't know how this version of me today could ever get there. I just don't see it happening. And so that made me depressed and made me feel like, just really heightened my insecurities of feeling unworthy. And again, like I said, it was a growth process that had to happen of me breaking off those limited beliefs and really beginning to see myself again, how the Lord sees me, and how, just living in the land of possibilities of what I could see for myself, imagine for myself, and actually actualize for myself. And so fast forward to today, I know I operate and live in purpose. Everything that I do is intentional according to the assignment that the Lord has given me. So I'm very secure in my identity of what God created me to do and how he created me to do it and what I'm purposed and designed for and how I engage and interact with people. So now it's not just I'm loving on people or seeking out people because I'm trying to fill a void in my life. Now I am there as a supporting being for people because I know what I'm purposed to do. I know the call and the mandate and the impact that I have in the earth. And so now it's more of a, well, how dare I not show up, and shine in the marketplace and ministry and friendship and family, knowing all of the things that the Lord has blessed me with.
Oh my goodness, that was so powerful. We just started this interview, so y'all don't know what y'all in for. You're in for a treat because this is just on the beginning of the interview, and that was just so powerful. But as you were talking to Chiquita, I heard you say that you, if I'm wrong, correct me, but I thought I heard you say that you grew up without a father. Okay, so there are so many women, females. Out there, and I'm not trying to knock the males, but I'm talking about females today. That's growing up without a father. They don't have a father figure in their life, or they didn't have a father figure in their life when they were smaller or younger. So, could you kind of tell us really what that was like? I mean, because I grew up with my father. I thank God for that. My father was always present in our lives, me and my siblings. And so, but what does it feel like? Can you share with us, if you don't mind, what it felt like just to grow up without a father figure? Well, I'm gonna say father figure, without a father in your life.
Um, well, it was like triple fold for me. So I not only did not have my biological father, but my mom had three different people who stepped temporarily into the father role. And so the enemy just magnified that for me because none of them stayed, right? And so I thought it was something wrong with me. I'm a child, right? You don't understand relationships and stuff like that. So I'm thinking, throughout life, like, what is it about me that not only did my bio father not stick around to be a father, but these other two people, these other two men who said, I'm going to be your father, didn't stick around either. So they didn't see me worthy enough to say, okay, I'm here to be your dad. I'm here to guide you. I'm here to shape you, mold you, protect you, right? Because that's a part of what parents are supposed to do, protect. And so as I kept, was growing up, those rejections, feelings of rejection, feeling of abandonment just amplified because I'm always, this story that I was telling myself, this narrative that I was telling myself to kind of make sense of the situation of why I didn't grow up with a father was, you're not good enough. You're not worthy enough for them to stick around. You wasn't important enough for them to stick around. And so I did have my grandfather though, and my grandfather was amazing. Okay. And so from the time I was a little kid all the way up to I was 13, he was very much a solid structure in my life. Now, it's a bunch of other grandkids. I was the favorite until I was 13. At 13, my granddaddy said I started feeling myself. He didn't like me no more, right? So then my little sister became his favorite, right? So even that had a implication on rejection and abandonment, because this is the only man or male that I knew the entire time growing up, and I didn't feel like I changed, that much. I'm growing up, I'm maturing more. You're not gonna try to hold me to these little kid things, but he saw it as, as I now see it as an adult. Teenagers, they go through this little phase. They got a little more mouth. They a little more opinionated. They a little more don't want to do this, don't want to do that, certain ways or whatever. But at that moment, when I was 13, I didn't realize that I had started acting different, behaving different or whatever. And so I didn't understand why he didn't want to be, why we wasn't doing the stuff that we were doing before, all the whole 13 years before. He never explained it. Like, my granddaddy was not an explainer of anything. He was I said what I said. That's it, right? And so, and I grew up in a house where children were seen and not heard. So that was kind of stifling as well. But yeah, it caused a lot of looking for love in all the wrong places, trying to fill that void of, I just want a male to love me type of situation.
Okay, that's like I said, that's awesome. That's awesome. And I know there's someone out there that's watching that really need to hear that, because there are a lot of situations like that still going on, Chiquita. So my next question for you, and if I'm asking you a question too fast, let me know. But I'm just trying to feel my way with these questions, because you're doing good. Your story is just so powerful, like I said. And you ever heard that saying of, "I don't look like what I've been through"? You don't
Absolutely.
look like what you've been through, Chiquita. I just want to tell you face to face. You don't look like what you've been through. Okay.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. So, okay. So why are you passionate? Why are you passionate about helping women profit from their purpose? Why are you so passionate about that?
Well, I was I'm taking to the text, to the sacred
Hey,
text.
go ahead, Dan.
So I was studying the Bible one day. And I'm like, okay, I know that Jesus came to restore what was given to us back in Genesis, right? And so in Genesis, it talks about how he created him, created them, her and him and her, them, in the image and likeness of the triune God, right? So if he created them in the image of likeness, and then he gave them a mandate to, subdue, to have dominion, to multiply and replenish, right? He gave them the mandate, right? And so I was studying that out because one of my students one day, when I had taught this biblical studies course, had asked me, where did Eve get her name? And I said, let me go study that out, right? So as I'm studying it out, I found out that God did not name her Eve. Adam named her Eve. And so in the study, I was like, okay, God called them Adam, right? So them, the oneness of marriage, the two of them were one. He called them Adam. He gave them the mandate, subdue, multiply, replenish, and have dominion in the earth. So after the whole fall situation, where, the serpent came in, all of that mandate was given over to the enemy, or transferred to the enemy because of disobedience. And when it came to the accountability part, Adam was like, she did it. And then she was like, the serpent told me, right? It's serpent fault, right? So after that, Adam didn't want to be in the oneness anymore. And so he said, your name is now Eve, the mother of all living things. Now that doesn't sound like a bad rap, right? The mother of all living things. But that's not what God said. God didn't just relegate you to the mother of all living things. And then from that moment, I saw that there was a break in the mentality, in the psyche of the woman, because we had accepted a role that God did not give us. We accepted the word of man as identity, and we stepped into that. And so you see throughout history that women are secondary, throughout the biblical stories, throughout history itself, where women they only have this position, this place, and if you step outside of that, then society like, wait a minute, you try and do too much. And we still see it today in some even religious organizations. Women are not allowed to speak or preach or whatever or lead because, a woman can't tell a man what to do and all of this foolishness or whatever. And if I'm created in the image and likeness of God and he's created in the image and likeness of God and we're all one in the spirit, there is no sex in the spirit, then how dare you, being God, tell me, who is also God, that I can't speak?
You better preach on here.
Right? So that's why I'm passionate about unlocking women, because we have to know, sis, listen, you have too many gifts, talents, revelations. You are a river of wealth. And so for you to have that stifled and locked away because you're trying to fit into this box of identity as somebody else who cannot even comprehend the spectrum of who you are, is just like, no, I will not be silent. I will not back down until every woman who is called and connected and assigned to me operates in the totality of who they were created and designed to be. And it's no shade to the men, because men are powerful too. They are needed and necessary. We are unit. We're supposed to work together in unity. But how can two walk together unless they are agreed? Which means they have already made the agreement, they understand the agreement, and now they're executing and functioning the agreement. So we are one. And until women are free and liberated everywhere, like, how can you have a society where majority are women or female, but that majority doesn't have a voice? Like, how does that even make any sense? It doesn't.
You're right. You're right, Chiquita. It doesn't make any sense because women just don't know. Well, I'm saying a lot of women just don't know how powerful they are. They don't really know how powerful they are. A lot of them have been sitting on the back burner. I sat on the back burner for a long time until I learned, and got the strength enough. Because sometimes we don't have the strength. We're weak at it. You know what I'm saying? We're just weak, and we let people control everything in our life, and what we say, how we say it, when to say it, where to go, how to do this and that. So but until we realize, and I cannot stress this enough, every interview I have, it always come up, we have to find out who we are as a person, as a female, as an individual, as a true woman. We have to find out who we are. And sometimes it takes for us to go through some issues and run up on some obstacles to create that strength in us. Because I know why I'm sitting here today. What caused me to be the woman, the strong woman I am today, came from my past, like things that I've been through, negative things, really, will cause us to gain strength as well as women and find out who we are as a person. And once we find ourselves, I'm telling you what, we really get conceited. Like, and you should be conceited because I know you conceited, no doubt, and so am I. But conceited in a good way. Because of the past, because we said we're not going to let our past control us any longer. We've taken off our mask. We're walking in our purpose. And that's what a lot of women need to hear, to learn how to find them. So you cannot walk in your purpose until you find yourself. Because you'll be walking around in circles like you blind and stuff. I'm serious. You can't do it. It's not going to work. You gotta catch the vision. You gotta see where you're going. You gotta know where you want to go first of all, and find out who you are, and just start walking in your purpose. Because everybody has a different purpose. I'm not here to help everybody. I can't help everybody.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? We all have different tasks in this life, in this walk of life. Some people's might be helping babies, helping kids, helping teenagers. We all have different tasks. But until we find it, we're not going to be able to walk in our purpose. So I appreciate you today on here opening up these, these conversations because they really need to be heard. And I'll tell you um, what I would like to do, and I'm going to do it, is I'm going to create a panel of women, and I always stick with seven for some reason. And that number seven means something to me. Okay, I want to create a panel of seven women going live and just talking about nothing but um, finding ourselves, finding our purpose, hidden gifts and talents. I want a panel of powerful women, seven powerful, six. Let me rephrase that because I'm gonna be one of them. Six powerful women just talking live for about a whole hour and just motivating these women all over the world, like worldwide, because it's really needed. It's really needed. And but my next question is, what are you currently working on at this moment? What are you currently working on at this moment?
Woo, child. As my coach Mister would say, this is a scaling year. So it's a lot that's going on. So I'm already a business coach. Again, you just said in my bio that I teach women all over the world how to use their brilliance, their skill set, and their experiences and build six-figure businesses and beyond using digital products. And so I still got that in the works. I'm still raising up the next level of women leaders through entrepreneurship. But I have stepped into investment. Um, Finances as far as like Bitcoin and stuff like that, but really real estate. And it has a specific purpose, not just to build wealth, but everything that I'm doing in 2021 is to build a platform for my clients, my students, and those people who are coming behind me to be able to step into platforms, step into spotlights, and be able to shine in the brilliance and greatness that they are. And so I'm launching a podcast. It'll be launched sometime this month. I can't give you a specific date, but it's the Black Chick Mogul podcast. And we're going to be talking about all things business, hearing from six-figure, seven-figure, eight-figure entrepreneurs, small and business owners. I'm sorry. Just getting those nuggets about their experiences, their struggles, and their insight about business, as well as newer entrepreneurships or people who are even in the middle of entrepreneurship of their journey, so that you can just hear the highs and the lows of entrepreneurship, find yourself in that place and know that you can build beyond. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited about the investment into real estate, because I know that one of the things that I am mandated to do is to open up economic development centers all around the world in Black and Brown communities. And so what is that? That is a center that will help the homeless population move from homelessness to home ownership, entrepreneurship. I also going to have like contracts with different organizations and businesses so they can have like a ready-made workforce for those who are not ready to step into entrepreneurship. But we'll have a council of like a board of like just moguls who are just going to people who want to be entrepreneurs. They'll be able to bring their business, kind of like a think tank, bring their business idea. If it's viable, then we will do what we need to do as far as our spheres of genius to make that business come to life and make it profitable for an equity percentage in the business. So not only are we creating multiple business owners all over the world, but we are creating multiple revenue streams for the Black Chick Mogul Council as well. And we are allowing or setting up infrastructures that allows those dollars to be circulated back into that same community multiple times, so that those communities come back alive, they're viable, they have the infrastructure and the things that they need to survive and build wealth in those economic systems. So I'm super excited about learning about real estate and how to invest and acquire land, and because I want to own my own cities. So that's a part of the goal that I'm working on currently.
All right, that is powerful. That is so awesome. And like I said, to all the viewers that people that's viewing out there, please, please, please take heed to this powerful information. And at the end, I'm gonna let Chiquita tell you how you can actually contact her and ask about some of her services and things like that. So I'm gonna allow her at the end to do that. So for the viewers out there, and also you can also watch a replay. It's gonna be a replay if you missed the live. So Chiquita, what made you focus on your business on digital product creation? What made you focus on that?
Well, what I found, because when I started in entrepreneurship, when I moved to Texas, I needed something what's called the lowest hanging fruit. So I've always been administrative, really good at details. So I'm both visionary, but I'm also very good at details, right? And so I started the business of as a virtual assistant. Well, I found out really quickly I didn't like that because I went into business to be my own boss, and I didn't like people thinking they could tell me what to do because I'm not your employee. I'm a contractor, right? So moved from that very quickly into online business manager. But then I found myself coaching people more than actually supporting them, like supporting them, but having to coach them through what they needed support in. And so that's how one of the ways that made me comfortable with stepping into the coaching realm. And it's exhausting to do one-to-one coaching. It's very time consuming. It's very draining from you personally because you're pouring all this oil into this experience because you want to build up this client, their business, and have them be successful in an accelerated and monumental way, right? So I know that my impact is way more than just this one person, right? And so what digital products allow you to do is make your impact exponential. So now I can create a digital product like a course, a webinar, a masterclass, some audio file or whatever, and someone all the way across the world in Asia can listen to my training and be able to get results. They don't have to meet me. They don't have to, be on a Zoom call with me. They don't actually have to ever physically come into contact with me, but they can learn from me in a way that will still transform their life experiences. The other thing about digital products that I love is that it has a very low entry point. So a lot of people want to go into entrepreneurship and they're not sure how or what business to start. I'll start with what you know. You have your own particular set of brilliance because you have lived all the way up until however old you are, right? Your own set of experiences was your unique perspective on any given topic. And then you have your own skill set, right? So you've worked a job or you have, volunteered or you've done whatever your experiences have qualified you to do or whatever skills it has qualified you to gain. And so a digital product can be just you turning on the audio recording of your phone, of your cell phone, right? And you're recording, the transformational process or how to take somebody from this step 1 to step 5. You don't have to have all the answers. You don't have to have from step 1 to 20. There is a former version of you who is currently looking for how do I get from 1 to 2, right? Because when you in a low place, you're not dreaming big. We're not trying to get all the way over there. We just trying to get, how do I get from right now to tomorrow? Okay. So if you've mastered steps 1 through 3, then there is someone that you can teach from your experience, your skill set, and your brilliance, that step-by-step process that will move them to through that transformation. And one of the things that I teach is about from the movie Catch Me If You Can. The guy that movie was about with Leonardo DiCaprio, and so his last name is Abernathy, I think. I can't think what his first name is right now, but the character was based on his real life story. And so I love to talk about that as an example because he was a con artist. He was a fraudulent check writer. He played a pilot, a a psychology instructor in university level. Like he did all these amazing things. And when he broke out of jail one time, like he did all these amazing things on the bad side, right? And now he is one of the top instructors or consultants for our U.S. government. He teaches them how to recognize fraud and how to set up systems so that fraudulent activity doesn't take the wealth of American people and stuff like that. So he was able to take those experiences, that brilliance and that skill set, and now he was able to monetize that on the back end. And the U.S. government is one of his clients. The FBI themselves is one of his clients. And so there is no experience that is lost, right? There is someone who can always learn from whatever it is you've been through. But the part of it that you need to understand is that even if you're still going through a part of the process, you have mastered a couple of steps. And so there is somebody who can learn from that experience. And then because it doesn't cost you anything except for your time and some type of recording mechanism, which you have, if you have a cell phone, you paid $1,000-some for this phone, okay? It got a camera on there, it does video, it does audio. So right, you just turn on the camera. You don't have a ring light like me, sit in front of the window, okay, on a bright sunny day. Natural light is the best light anyway. Turn that camera on and you just start talking, about the steps of that experience. And then you put it together and you can sell that. And it didn't really cost you anything. So that's why I love digital products.
Oh wow, that is good. That is so. This is good. This is a good interview. So powerful. All my interviews were powerful since I've been doing my interviews on the Blessed on Purpose Network TV channel. It's every last one of them from the beginning has been so powerful, and it's only going to get better, And I can't wait till the singing is on here, the praise and worship is on here. I just cannot wait, and that's And I plan one day to own my own TV show, not a channel, but I want the whole show.
Go ahead.
So yeah, I'm just speaking into existence. I receive it, So, but that's what we got. We got to start speaking things into existence. We got to start expecting things to Chiquita. I've talked to some women sometime, and I tell them, even if I'm just coaching them or just having a regular conversation, I said we got to start expecting things to happen. We can pray till our tongue fall out. We can meditate. We can fast. We can do anything, however we pray and do it. But until we start expecting things to happen, it's gonna be a while, you know what I'm saying. So we just gotta learn the steps of how to receive our gifts, how to receive our blessings, and there are steps that we have to go through. It's just not gonna fall out of the sky. You gotta believe it. You gotta really want it. And I look for the impossible. I want the impossible to come in my life. Like I believe in the possible. Like somebody might say that will never happen. That's what that's when I start saying, it's going to happen because that's the impossible. This right here today is the impossible. Me having a network TV channel, that's impossible. If someone would have told me 2 years ago or last year I was going to have one, I'd be like, nah, not me. Not me, because I don't even like going live. I ain't going to do no network TV channel. So this is impossible for me to sit here and go live on a TV channel. It's just the impossible. So that's how I know you got to expect the impossible. And that's how when you see the impossible taking place, whatever you've been praying, your prayers has been answered. I believe in God, so that's who I believe in. I believe that God's answering my prayers. Not like I want him to all the time, but how he sees fit. Because he already know how I'm going to profit from it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to ask any questions. I'm just going to go with the flow. And I've been just going with the flow since 2020 went out. And I've been going with the flow ever since then. And I'm going to keep going with the flow. I'm not going to stop asking all these questions, why I have to do this? Why I got to be in with Chiquita today? Why she got to talk on my network TV channel? I'm going to stop asking all those questions, and just go with the flow. That's what I'm going to do. And see, you got me stirred up because you talking all this stuff on here. You done mess around and motivated me. And see, I'm a motivation, but you don't motivate the motivator. Yeah,
I
so
love
I'm
it.
wide open. I'm wide open, So and I love it. I love it. I love it because it's nothing like good old motivation on a Friday. You know what I'm saying? Like on a Friday, everybody probably getting off work, getting paid, they're going to the grocery store. It's sitting here. You just motivate me. And so, but that's good. So my last question to you is, why is kingdom minded women your ideal client?
Gotcha. Kingdom minded women are my ideal client because I know that I'm a part of a movement, right? And so there are 7 spheres of influence of society. And so for too long, the institution of church, the rules and regulation of religion, has taught people to only focus on this one mountain of
Wow.
religion and then complain about not having impact in the other 6 mountains of society, right? And so it's time for us to understand and realize that we're called to the mountain of society of business. We're called to family. We're called to government. We're called to media. We're called to entertainment. We're in every mountain should have kingdom believers in that mountain. And not just in the mountain, but in places of influence to impact change, to give revelation, to build people into the foundation of the truth of who God is and who God is to them, for them, and has purposed them for, right? Because each one of us has a purpose. Like he has scrolls and scrolls written about all of us that he had written even before he created the world. And so people need to understand that, people need to know that, and they will never know if we stay hidden behind these walls of this little box called church, and we never
Hmm.
go out with the intention to impact the world. And so I had to go through this training to get ordained as an apostle. And it really, one of the parts of the teaching that we had to learn was how the church even grew so fast, right? And it was very strategic because God is strategic. Nothing that he does is like, oops, I'm glad that worked. No, he is so strategic to the point that he knows every hair on your head. Not like
Hmm.
you have 100 hairs. No, he know that hair number 1 is here. Hair number 50 is right here. That's how specific he is. And so the the New Testament church grew so quickly because he started with the Jews for a specific reason. So the Bible brings us all through the whole Jewish lineage of Jesus, but they were taught that you worship and you have family time. That is how you worship God. So they worship at home. They worship having family dinner. They worship in community, right? And so they didn't have this one little building. So they grew so fast because even when they were persecuted, they were able just to pick up and go to a new place and have church, because church or worship is life, right? It's not something it's not an activity that we do on a certain day of the week. It's life, right? So they just
Hmm.
picked up and moved and started doing life somewhere else with a new set of people and invited them in. And so, although the coronavirus experience has been devastating,
Hmm.
you know, worldwide, health wise, people were dying, still dying. My aunt just died on Wednesday from COVID-19. So it's still having great impacts. I talk to my best friend all the time who works in the COVID unit as a nurse. And so she's telling me all these things that are happening. The one thing, there are other great things that have come from the experience of the trauma that
Yeah.
has happened. But one of the things that I am excited about is that it has gotten people out of the mindset that you have to be locked away in this building for worship. So now you
Wow.
see worship popping up on streaming, right? You can worship and connect with your community on your computer, on your
Wow.
phone, on your iPad, right? Because God cannot be contained in this little structure. The earth is his
Wow.
footstool. Like he put his feet on it. Okay. But we trying to put him in this building and that's all he get to be? No. He lives on inside of me. He lives on the inside of you. We're all connected to the source of who God is. And
Mhm.
so when we understand that, and I look at you as my sister, and I look at this next person as my brother, and know that God is in you, a part of you, then I can honor, respect, and love you. And that's where the true transformation begins. So I'm looking for a people, a woman, or women who have that mentality or building to that mentality. Because we may not all just be lower and lighting, right? I didn't get this way. I wasn't born this way. I woke up like this today, but I didn't wake up like this 15 years ago. So, you don't have to be all the way there, but you have to know that God is so much more than what you experience yourself right now in this moment, that there's always more for you. So I'm looking for kingdom minded women because there's a difference between kingdom minded and church folk. It really is.
Wow.
Church folk is you the rule, regulation, you cutting people with your tongues. They don't line up to your
Speak it.
ideology. You just cut them off, you throw them away, you break people, all this church hurt. That comes from church. Kingdom don't do that. Kingdom understands that God, through his infinite wisdom, his grace, and his mercy, okay,
Hmm.
because we deserve horrible things, okay?
Yes.
None of us made it, okay? But because of Jesus, he let us make it. Because
Yes.
God said, okay, I'm going to look at you through the blood. I'm looking at you through my son. I don't see all your foolishness no more because you're covered in the blood, right? And so it reminds me of that parable where the one person owed this massive amount of money. Let's say they owed $1 million. They go to court and the plaintiff is like, you know what? That's all right. The judge said, don't worry about it. You good. Go on, live your best life. And then they go right outside and want to just beat the person up who owed them $5. That's how the church do. You've been cleared from all the unrighteous crap of who you currently are manifesting.
Oh
Currently,
wow.
right now in this moment. But he said, all free and clear. Don't even worry about it. I got you. But then you turn around and look at sis
Oh
right
wow.
here and be like, I ain't gonna let you make it though. You can't make it. What?
Oh wow.
So we can't do that. I'm looking for kingdom minded women who will understand that, listen, she not me, she not perfect all the time. If my crown start to slide to the side,
That's it.
I need a sister's gonna be like, hold on, sis. Let me help you fix that.
You
Not
better fix
knock
it.
that Jacob off my head.
Yes.
So that's why kingdom minded women.
Wow, that is powerful, y'all. That is so so powerful. You are so right, Chiquita. Um, we got to learn how to do that as women. And I kind of like since I've been like my work field, like because I'm a cosmetology instructor as well, master educator, and and I've taught at a lot of cosmetology schools. I've been into that environment, and we got to learn how to fix each other's crown. And that's what I used to mentor them and tell them, we're in this thing together. We're in here all day long. We have to learn how to get along with each other. And most time it's mostly women. You might find a few guys in there every now and again, but it's mostly women, and to be shut up in a building of women all day, about what that's like. And so we have to learn how to embrace each other and help each other, lift each other up instead of talking about each other all the time. And because that's what God wants. And like I say, and whoever you believe in, that's what your master wants. He wants you to learn how to compliment each other as women. And it don't matter what color you are, as a woman, we have to learn how to embrace each other, no matter what the nationality is. You understand what I'm saying? So let's learn how to do that. And when we do that, we become stronger. We become stronger. And we have so much strength. Y'all know the power of a woman. Y'all don't even know. Some of y'all women don't even know how much power you have. You need to take time out and find yourself. You need to come out that box, step outside your comfort zone, begin to get uncomfortable, and let your power flow. Now, I'm not talking about walking around here trying to tell people what to do. That's not the kind of power I'm talking about. I'm talking about your powerful purpose. When you start walking in your purpose, you're going to have the power to walk in your purpose. You understand? When people don't understand you, it doesn't matter. Sometimes we forget, and, like I say, I serve a mighty God. People believe in who they want to believe in, but I serve a mighty God. I know that. I know that for myself. So, and when I'm going through things, sometimes, I can literally hear Him say, "What makes you think that I can't fix this? Remember when?" That's all I can hear. Remember when this took place in your life, and I fixed it. This is minor to me. What makes you think I can't fix this? We don't have patience. That's number one. We need to learn how to create some patience. Like gain patience. Like learn how to wait a little bit. Have more faith is what I'm trying to say. See the vision, catch the vision. You know what I'm saying? Like let God and whoever you serve, allow them to do the work. Just work it out and stop stepping in, messing it up. Stop, leave it alone. In the Baptist church, we would take it to the altar. I remember one Sunday the pastor say, one preacher was there. He said, "Okay, y'all write on a piece of paper something you want God to do for you." I forgot how old I was, and we did that. Took it up to the altar and lay it on the altar, and you leave it there. I said, "Oh, this is cool. I'm gonna leave it right here too." No sooner I got in the car, I picked it back up. And that's what we do. We keep picking these same old issues up over and over and over again. We gotta learn how to let go. Those two words, let go. If you leave it there, if you write it on a piece of paper, one class I taught, when I teach cosmetology, I would tell the students in the morning time, following the motivation section, I said, "Okay, y'all come on in. I want you to get out a piece of paper. Okay? Any negative vibes you have, negative thoughts you have right now, write them down and put that piece of paper in the garbage can for me. Bring it all up here." They're like, "What's going on? What's happening? What's taking place?" Write all your negative thoughts down that you have this morning and put them on this paper and then bring them up here and put them in the garbage can. It was like, "Okay." So they all did it. And sat back down and said, "How y'all feel?" And when they was like, "Well, we feel the same," I said, "But what? Wait though. If you had anything negative on your mind when you came in, it's in the garbage can. If you was planning on talking about Susie Bell over there, you just put that in the garbage can. We're gonna have a beautiful, positive day." That's how I would start my morning off, with nothing but positive vibes, positive motivation. We get up and do our affirmations, and we got to start speaking these things to existence, y'all. Women, we got to stop doing what we're doing and start doing something else. Become uncomfortable with things. If you already know when you're doing something uncomfortable that you don't feel comfortable, you know that's about right. Okay, I might be in the right place, but I feel very uncomfortable. That's good sometimes. If you feel relaxed everywhere you go and everything you do, it's not wrong. You know you need to change.
You just
Because
stretch.
yeah, you do, because you shouldn't feel relaxed in everything you do. Okay, this is a piece of cake. I'm relaxed with it. I've been through this before. No, 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 no. You got to come on, and that you got to change that mindset. It's that mindset. You set on in on whatever you're doing. You set in on it. You allow fear to take over. Fear has got you thinking, "I can't move any further. This is it for me. I can't move it to another level. This is the level I'm gonna be on for the rest of my life." No, there's no limit. The sky's not the limit. Stop allowing people to tell you that the sky's not the limit. It's not. Okay? So women, females, if you hear me, if you hear Chiquita, please take heed to this. Okay? Take heed to this. It's time to step out of that comfort zone. It's time in 2021 to become the new you. Your gifts and talents have been hidden long enough. It's time to be exposed. It's time to paint a different type of canvas in your life. Okay? It's time to do that. So again, I want to thank Chiquita today, my special guest. She has been awesome, and she is so powerful, y'all. And I am going to allow her to tell you how to contact her as soon as I finish saying this, and then we're gonna end it and close it. But don't forget, this afternoon at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will have another special guest, Miss Anita Anita McDaniel will be here at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time right here on StreamYard. And I want y'all to join in and help us support us, and come listen to what Anita has to say. She's going to bless your soul as well. Okay, so again, I'm Christine Speed. This is the Blessed on Purpose Network TV channel. If you would like to become a guest on my network TV channel, please contact me via Facebook Messenger or at my website, or you can even email me at misschristinespeaks@gmail.com. Okay? If you want to become a guest on my show, or if you want to air something on my channel, you can also contact me because we can work something out. Again, I want to thank Chiquita for being my guest today. I honor that. I love her. I met her. When she came in my circle, or I went in her circle, however it was. I'm glad I met her because she's a beautiful person inside and out. And I always call. I don't know, for some reason we was on the ATS thing one day, a meeting, and she we was messaging privately, and she called me Sissy, and I said I like that, and I've been calling her Sissy ever since. So this is Sissy to me, and I appreciate Sissy being on here with me today. Okay, so Sissy, I want you to go ahead and take it on out. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. I'm so honored, and thank you again for having me. If you want to contact me, you can contact me on Facebook. My name on Facebook is Chiquita Darnell Proctor, but you can also contact me on my business page, which is just Chiquita Darnell. I'm on Instagram at Chiquita Darnell. You can feel free to DM me there, and just jump in the DMs and say what you need, and me and my team will show up to get you the support that you need according to what we offer. And if we can't help you, then we'll direct you to someone who can.
All right. And there's one thing I want to say while we're on here too. Me and Chiquita actually met through a university called ATS. That's how I met Chiquita. So, and it's a powerful university. We just family. Everybody knows just family. And if you would like to become a family member, as per se, I want to leave it a family member or join our community. You can contact either one of us at the information we just gave you to join our team, our community, our family. Antonio T. Smith Jr. is a powerful motivator, is a powerful mentor. He is an angel in disguise, I'm telling you. So you have to meet this person and let him just bless your soul. And he's taking everybody with him to the top. So, you need to find out who that is, and let us introduce you and bring you to our community. Yeah, I'm very serious. And that's what got me here today, too. I met another young lady, and that's why I'm here on this channel, because we believe in group economics. Group economics, we believe in that. So this is what got me on this TV channel today, by meeting strangers. They were pure strangers to me, and in my circle right now, So now, and I appreciate that. I thank God for that. So join us, join our community. Find out. We'll tell you how you can join our community. We'll tell you. Just contact us. It's called ATS University. We'll let you know. So, all right. Now, again, I want to thank Chiquita. If that's all you had to say, Chiquita, do you want to add to that?
No, I'm gonna go ahead and relinquish the microphone to you and let you
Okay.
do.
Okay. And again, like I said, we're gonna end it. And I thank her again for being my guest today. And you won't see the last of her. This is not the last of her, because I do want her to come back again and be a guest, because I appreciate what she's saying, and it's so powerful what she's saying. Like I said, it motivated me, and I've digested it, and I'm going to apply it to my life daily, everything she said here today. And I appreciate you. So we will see you guys at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, with Miss Anita McDaniel will be my guest then. You all have a beautiful, blessed day. And thank you again, Chiquita, for being my guest today. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Bye, everyone.
And if you can believe it, then you can achieve it. Thank you so much.